Hello everyone, this is Bhumika from Lomos Akilabs. So in this video, we'll be seeing how to do the lighting and background settings for an exterior render on V-Ray using our dome light. So let's get started. To start off with, I have downloaded this villa model from 3D Warehouse. So just go to 3D Warehouse and search for villas and you will be getting this villa model by RSJ, and click on the download option and choose a compatible version of SketchUp to download. So coming back to my SketchUp interface. So here, as you guys can see, I have set scene 1, which basically shows the front elevation of the model. And to start off with, we just go to the asset editor and do the render settings. So I always start my rendering by taking a test render to know what is the lighting and the material status in the model. So just go to your settings option and here do the render settings and just click on render. So as you guys can see, there is some sunlight in the model and we can see a few trees and materials being applied to the model. So we'll just stop it here and then check the materials and lights in the model. To start off with materials, we'll not be going in detail about the materials as of now because we'll have to first edit the light and set a proper lighting for our model and then come back to edit the materials accordingly. So here again, I move to the light list and we can see that there is only a sunlight being present in the model. So as you guys already know, you can just turn on this show and hide shadows in SketchUp and adjust the sun settings over here using the month and the time option. So once you guys are done editing the shadows using your show and hide shadows option in SketchUp, come down to your asset editor and choose the sunlight settings and open the right tab to adjust a few parameters for the sunlight settings. So here you can just use the intensity multiplier option to control the sun intensity and the size multiplier option to control the smoothness of the shadow of your sun. Likewise, you have similar parameters to control the sunlight and the shadows over here. So moving back to the lights, so in this video we'll be concentrating more on the dome light option which we have under our V-Ray lights. So let's get started. I'll just choose this dome light option and then place it in my model over here in the garden area. So once I place this dome light, I just go back to my scene 1 over here. We'll just take a quick render. So I'll just click on this render interactive option. So as you guys can see in the render, as soon as we place in a dome light, we can see a default sky model appearing in our render. So here, just go and stop the render. And now to adjust the light settings, we'll just go to our asset editor and in our settings, we'll turn on the material override option. So by turning on the material override option, we'll now be able to see only the default material in the render. So here, once I turn on my material override, we'll take a render again. So you guys can see the difference. By this way, we'll be able to edit the light in a more accurate way. So I'll just stop this render and now we'll go and first see the settings in our dome light. So coming back to my light section, I have my dome light and also I have my sunlight. So here we'll not need our dome light as well as our sunlight. So I'll just turn off the sunlight option for now. And then go to my dome light option and open the settings here. So basically dome light will have a default sky image being added to it. And that can be found under the color and texture HDR option under the dome light parameters. So here click on the texture slot to see the file path of the sky image which is being added. And by choosing the open file option over here, we will now have the option to basically change the image which is being added to your dome light. So one thing which we have to know about the dome light texture image is that your dome light works only with the HDRI images. So that is why we will have to download a HDRI image and then add it to our dome light. So before we go and edit the texture image which is applied for our dome light, we'll now take a test render by turning off our sunlight option over here. So I'll just click on render interactive. So basically you can see the changes once we turn off the sunlight, that the entire intensity is now reduced. So here I'll just stop the render and now we'll just fix the light first. So before we even go and edit the intensity of our dome light, we'll first decide on the image which will be adding to our dome light. So as I mentioned earlier, we'll be able to add only the HDRI images to the dome light. So basically, to add a HDRI image, we'll have to download one from any of the websites. I've just listed a few websites from where you can download the HDRI image to your dome light, and you can check the description to basically access the websites. So here, just go to Chrome and search for this website called hdriheaven.com to search a few HDRI images. So here, once you come up to this interface, you just click on the HDRI's option and you will find a few HDRI images which can be used. So here, you just go and search a suitable HDRI image, and it is very easy to select a HDRI image from this particular website because it is basically divided into different categories, as in the skies, indoors, studio, nature, etc. So here, I'll just go down to this category which says midday, and here I'll go scroll down and choose one of these HDRI images. So I'll just download this image from the website. So here again, to download this HDRI image, you just see the preview and scroll down to see the download options. So here you have the download options in different resolutions. So you just click on the suitable resolution and download the image. So once you download the image, just come back to your SketchUp model and here choose the asset editor, and under the dome light settings, choose the texture slot and click on the open file option to open the image which you have downloaded. So here I'll be choosing this HDR image and then just click on open. So once you choose open, the image will now be loaded into your asset editor. So all you have to do now is just go back and take your test render. So as the render gets clear, you can now observe that the image which we have loaded is seen in the render, but it is pretty dark. So now to lighten up this image, you just stop the render and go back to your asset editor. Like any other light, you just increase the intensity of your dome light to get in more light in your render. So here I'll come to this intensity option and directly change this to 15. So again, you'll have to use in the trial and error method to basically go and edit the intensity of the dome light. So once I change it to 15, I'll just come back and take a render again. So as we can see, the image is now lightened up a little. So to brighten up the image a little more, we'll now go and increase the intensity. So from 15, I'll be changing it to 40 and then taking a render. So the render looks a lot more better now. So we'll just stop the render over here. So once we set in the proper intensity for our dome light, we go and check the preview of our dome light over here. So you see the sky and a few trees in here. So now we'll just check the render if we're able to see the same things or not. So for that, we'll have to start the render and keep the render aside and start to look around in the model. So for that, I'll be choosing the look around option in SketchUp. So as and how I rotate in the model, you're now able to see the different parts of the image basically. So here, one important thing that we all have to observe is the image is seen only for half of our model, that is only till the horizon. So to correct this, we'll have to go to the asset editor and dome light settings again. So coming back to the asset editor option and dome light settings, here we'll have to change the shape of the dome light in order to see the entire image in the render. So change the shape from hemisphere to a sphere. So once this is done, close your asset editor and start the render again. So as we can all see, we are able to see the entire image over here. Now we just continue to look around and then see the entire image being placed in the model. So by this, we also understand that the dome light not only gives you enough light for an exterior render, but also gives you a real context. So I'll just come back to my scene 1 and stop the render. So here basically in the dome light settings, we have in this option to choose which part of the image we would want to see in the render. So to change that, what you have to do is go to your asset editor. Under the dome light settings, you have an option called use transform. Just check this use transform option, and now go to your dome light and start rotating the dome light. Again, you rotate the dome light based on which part of the scene you want to see in the image. So I'll use my rotate option and start rotating the dome light. So once I rotate the dome light to 90 degrees, I just come back to my scene 1 again and take a quick render. So now we can see the changes in the render basically. So we'll just stop the render, and an easy way to do this is to refer the preview of your image. So first relate the render to your image and check which part of the render are you seeing. So once you're clear about that, now decide on which part of the render you want to see and rotate the dome light accordingly. So I'll just go back to my asset editor, and here I'll start rotating my dome light. So choose the dome light option again and use your rotate tool, and then start rotating your dome light. And once you're done with the rotation, come back to your scene and take a render again. So this is again a trial and error method. You will have to take multiple renders to freeze on the right position of your dome light. So now I feel we can freeze on this particular view of the dome light. So I'll be stopping the render and now start adjusting the intensity of my dome light again. So now once we finalize the intensity, we just stop the render. So basically the intensity option is again a trial and error method where you just go and try out different intensities and take multiple test renders to check the right intensity for your render. So once you've set the right intensity, now you just move ahead with the next part of your render. Before that, another option of changing the intensity and controlling your exposure of the render is by going to your asset editor and choosing the camera settings over here and adjusting your exposure value. So here you can just go and increase and decrease the exposure value to get in the right amount of exposure in your renders. So coming back to the render again, once the exposure is set properly, we'll now go to our asset editor and turn off the material override option and then take a quick render just to see how the materials react to the dome light. So as we can see in the render, the dome light blends in pretty well with our model and also gives out good amount of light over here. So apart from this, there is also a lot of material editing which has to go into this model, which we'll be seeing in future videos. I hope you guys enjoyed the dome light part of it. Please comment below and let me know about your thoughts. And also, don't forget to like, share and subscribe if you're new here. Thank you.